I was invited to my brother's engagement party, but when I showed up, my aunt whispered, "He only invited you out of pity." There was no name card, no seat, no one even said hello. I turned around and left. The next morning, my brother was at my door saying, "You didn't have to make a scene." The invitation came in a group text, not even a personal message. Just, "Hey everyone, engagement party Saturday at 6 p.m., address below." I stared at it for a while. My brother Kevin and I hadn't spoken much in the last year, not because of a fight or anything dramatic. We just drifted. He got busy with his new girlfriend Nicole and her whole circle. I got busy with work and my own stuff, but he was still my brother. So I bought a card, stuck $100 in it, and drove 40 minutes to this fancy event hall downtown. I wore the only decent shirt I owned without wrinkles. When I walked in, the place was packed. String lights everywhere, tables with white tablecloths, a photo booth in the corner. Everyone was dressed way nicer than me. I spotted Kevin across the room talking to Nicole's parents. I started walking toward him. That's when Aunt Sharon grabbed my arm. She pulled me close and whispered right in my ear, "He only invited you out of pity." Then she walked away like she didn't just stab me in the chest. I stood there frozen, looked around. People were finding their seats. There were name cards on every table, fancy printed ones with gold borders. I walked to the closest table, read every single name. I wasn't there. Checked the next table. Nothing. I went to 6 different tables. My name wasn't anywhere. I saw cousins I hadn't talked to in years. Kevin's old roommate from college. Random people I'd never even met. But no spot for me. Not a single chair without a name. I looked back at Kevin. He was laughing at something Nicole's dad said. Didn't even glance my direction. Nobody came up to me. Nobody waved. Nobody said congratulations for making it or thanks for coming. I was invisible. I walked past the gift table and saw my card sitting there alone while everyone else had wrapped boxes and fancy bags. I felt sick, so I turned around and left. Didn't say goodbye, didn't make a speech, just walked straight out the door to my car and drove home. I tossed the shirt on the floor and ordered pizza, ate half of it and fell asleep watching old sitcom reruns. Next morning, 7:30, someone knocked on my door, hard. I opened it and Kevin was standing there in joggers and a hoodie looking annoyed. "You didn't have to make a scene," he said. "No hello, no how are you, just that." I blinked. "What scene? You left early and Aunt Sharon said you looked upset." Nicole's mom noticed too. It was embarrassing. I laughed. Couldn't help it. "I didn't have a seat, Kevin. There was no name card. Nobody even looked at me." He rolled his eyes. "We ran out of space. The venue had a limit. We invited family out of courtesy but couldn't fit everyone." "Out of courtesy? You invited me out of courtesy?" He shifted his weight. "Look, Nicole and I have a lot of people in our lives now. We prioritized." I just stared at him. "Prioritized. Right." He kept going. "You could have just stayed and mingled. It's not that deep. You made it weird by leaving like that. Now people are asking questions." I stepped back. "So you're here because I embarrassed you, not because you actually wanted me there." He didn't answer, just looked at his phone. "I'm running late for brunch with Nicole's family. Just wanted to clear the air." And he left. Walked back to his car and drove off. I closed the door and sat on my couch. Stared at the wall for a while. Then I blocked his number. Blocked him on everything. 2 days later, my mom called asking what happened. I told her the truth. She went quiet. Then she said Kevin told her I threw a tantrum and ruined his night. I hung up. A week later, Kevin texted from Nicole's phone asking why I was being dramatic. I didn't reply. A month after that, I got a wedding invitation in the mail. I threw it in the trash.